Hello, this is Not a Spring Chicken. Today, yes, Monday after the 4th of July weekend, talk about, can you believe how much news came out this weekend, especially on a holiday weekend? Well, one of the things I'm finding out is it's all about words, and to many of you, it may seem like a circus out there. Oh yeah, because there is a circus coming to town, and you can watch the elephants as they go. Oh, I'm kind of fascinated by it. Yes, as they travel from Union Station down to the Staples Center. Oh yeah, over at the convention center, where they're getting ready for the Michael Jackson Memorial. But when it's all about words, yeah, just wait till you hear what Obama and Medvedev. Oh yeah, we should include Putin too. Oh, and Sarah Palin. Oh yeah, boy, talk about so much news. But we're going to bring Oldecam on for comments on the headlines of today. Disappearing. Yes, he really does have blonde hair.
If it was white, we'd be all right, but not blonde.
I know. Well, we'll see what it looks like on the green screening.
That's why I generally wear the hats when we green screen.
Oh, that's true. Obama gets rolled by Russia.
Yeah, Obama can talk them into anything.
Well, you know, I think that's part of the biggest challenges is he believes he can talk anybody into anything.
Well, I know. He doesn't understand that that isn't how it works. They basically got him to agree to the fact that we will consider reducing our weapons, and then you either stop the missile defense program or you put us in charge of it.
Doesn't it sound like somebody just got rolled?
That's right.
Yeah. Plans to sell GM's assets are approved.
Anybody is the big B, you know. Like they said, if the government controls the people to have the money, the government controls the judiciary, and the government owns the business. So what was the chance that it wasn't going to get approved?
Yeah. G8 poised to discuss dollar's global status. Uh-oh.
Yeah, they're going to dump them. They're under Obama's watch.
They're going to dump the
American
dollar.
Is going to get dumped. I mean, he's got to be the most. And he basically cannot understand. He was elected to be our president.
You know what? Can somebody remind him? You're our president of the United States.
What people don't understand is you can recall this man. You don't have to do a national recall. You pick states out where he barely won the election, have a recall in those states, and he doesn't have the electors to be president anymore.
Really? You can do that?
There isn't anything that says you can't.
Ah.
If you change the vote in
That's true, in a few key states.
He didn't win the election then.
Ousted president plane circles Honduran runway and can't land.
Well,
that's a good one for you.
Well, he had an official from the United Nations with him so that they wouldn't shoot at the plane.
Uh-huh.
You know, they still
like that was really going to stop it.
Yeah.
Iran clerics defy Ayatollah on election ruling.
Well, that's the biggest BS you've ever heard, because they only defy if they have his permission to defy. They want to make it look good. They also said this morning they ordered the United States and other Western powers to stop making comments about their fair and legitimate election. What was it? One of the Ayatollahs said our election was as fair as the last American election for president was.
Do you know, it's kind of hard to argue with that one.
That's right.
I mean, as an American, it's quite hard.
Why Obama didn't say anything about it? He couldn't.
Yeah, well, Biden, you know, and we're giving them flack about that.
That's right.
Biden predicts more jobs because of stimulus money.
I love that. Okay, well, yeah, there's lots of jobs. It's all being given to the government workers, so that's something.
1.6 million fans applied for tickets to the Jackson Memorial concert.
Well, they're all a lot of them are trying to asking up for $100,000 a ticket to get in.
Yeah, and then eBay said that they wouldn't allow the sales to go through. But see, part of it is if they posted it on there, they already have the information, so they don't need to go through eBay.
They don't need to go through eBay now. They just go to the email that they're given. So, and then you also have them they're on sale on Craigslist, on Twitter. And so you can get hold of them. Well,
because they tried to do that where you had to use the ticket, but because it's you and the guest isn't there when you pick up the tickets.
Guest ticket can be sold.
Yep. Flooding in southern China kills 15 and displaces 550,000 people.
Well, because the country is not designed for disasters. I mean, our country is, built for one major disaster after another. Theirs is basically. They don't build it until they need to.
Obama and networks, a symbiotic relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that one.
They said it will last only as long as people will watch Obama on TV, and then it's going to tank.
Are you serious?
That's right.
Oh, because they're not getting their number, so...
Well, they said the public is very upset. They said a lot of the press didn't really point out the fact that the same people were at events asking questions. It was public that contacted TV stations that pointed out that they had seen the same people.
Oh, the public did?
The public pointed out, so he's not wearing not wearing things out with the editorial press. He's wearing things out with the people who are getting tired of seeing him continually.
Uh-oh, which means that the press actually weren't paying much attention to it. The
They didn't
people
care.
were, yeah. Because, well, it's like you're covering the news and it's next thing, right? Halifax critics of Supreme Court nominee Sotomayor.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's a guy that says affirmative action is needed, and therefore, how dare you to, attack her on an affirmative action stance? Like, I mean, they said if he wants to if he wants to be a liberal Democrat, he should be a liberal Democrat and not continue to call himself a Republican, which he's not.
Well, yeah, well, the Republicans, do they even really consider him a Republican
I
anymore?
happen to know, I grew up in, out here in an area that we had, we called, our neighbors were black, not Afro-American then.
I know, which is the
The
political,
father was very proud of the fact that he worked his rear end off so that his children could go to college. He paid for everything himself. And he would not allow his family to take one government dime because he said, I'm an American. He said, like if the whites and the Latinos, the Germans and the Irish all had to pay for it, why don't we?
Oh, good point. Study, children may be able to build a food allergy tolerance.
Not if they don't let them. That's the whole trick.
Oh.
They don't let kids around near anything that might have a problem.
Actually, I've been to places where they put a sign up there that says, no nuts allowed or something.
I know it. You got to keep them away
Crazy.
from the sundaes and all these other things. No peanut butter.
Obama soars abroad, but America's PR doesn't.
Well, because they know that they have no reason to respect our country with him as the president. They know he's going to bend anytime, as long as his whole policy is based around, shaking a finger at people and telling them they can't become a respected member of the international community.
Oh, and then paying them off to be our friends.
Yeah, which is...
Well, actually, they're not paying them off, but we are giving them money to invest in companies
that
help build
business.
our infrastructure.
We've got much pork invested in people. We got pork invested in
Medvedev?
Medvedev's company in Russia that could bring in billions of dollars.
Palin resignation cuts losses in Alaska.
Well, yeah, because she's $500,000 in debt, and that money has to be paid. Lawyers are not good about not being paid.
I know, and part of it is even if you're in a public office, you're still responsible for those personal debts.
That's right. So she has to go out and do the public speaking tour just to be able to pay off her debt that was ran up by people, personal assassination.
Yeah, which is actually what it was.
Right.
Muslim minority riots erupt in China's west.
And they blamed it specifically on Barack Obama.
Why?
Because they said his people that he has released that are the instigators of it all.
Wait a minute, are those some of the...
Those are the same people.
Oh. Oh no, now they're going to come back to us and make us responsible. Or try to.
They're holding us responsible.
Franken's Senate tenure, no laughing matter.
Well, he's not qualified for the job under any circumstance.
And he denies that he's number 60.
Yeah, that's the only reason. His vote is going to be counted on to pass all of Obama's stuff and left-wing stuff. Other than that, he has no place being there. I mean, he didn't win the election. Everybody knows he didn't win it.
Well, it reminds me of a newspaper apologizes for seeming to sell access.
Yeah, that's the biggest place should be asking. They got caught. That's the only reason they apologized.
Walt Disney World monorail crash kills employee.
Okay,
Now that's a big deal.
Okay, I've been on that monorail for 38 years. I know that they really don't build up enough speed to do the damage that was done.
Yeah, what? Something doesn't
I mean,
sound right.
It starts breaking way back before it ever gets there. Something, and it's not like the monorail. The guy at the driver actually controls anything. It's controlled by Monorail Central.
A Monty Bubbleism from the Mark Twain of the Animal Kingdom.
Just because you're continually told you can't keep blaming people for your problems doesn't mean that you're going to stop blaming people for your problems.